guys. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video that I'm really trying to do. I'm really starting this channel. So happy that I am. I wanted to share two palettes that I got recently. Sorry, moving a soda can out the way. Ooh. But two really cool palettes that I got recently for Christmas, just from Sephora. I want to make sure I'm in frame here. Yeah, so I recently got some palettes, treated myself, with some fun Christmas funds. Thanks, family. I got the Pat McGrath, one of the mini palettes, and then I got another palette that I'm super excited, gonna unbox it on video. But here is the Dark Star mini palette from Pat McGrath. I've already used it a couple times, so don't mind the packaging, but I really like that it's super artistic. It will tell you ingredients on the back of the packaging if you are wondering. This is pretty much the packaging. Not sure if you can see, there's definitely a sealing tape on the sides, so this is pretty much for the most part how it comes. It also comes with a cute little insert that tells you all the colors. There are some really fun colors in this. I really like it because it's super mercurial, and I'm a very mercury heavy person, so I definitely like that. I really like the tones too. I don't want to get the mirror on here just because I have a lot of lights, so that might interfere with it. But yeah, you get a lot of fun, cute shades. If I was to put the insert back over here, so we've got Entice, Deep Space, what does that say? Enraptured. I can read, just not translucent stuff upside down. Dark Matter, Metropolis, and Interstellar. And I am usually not one for I really love cool tones, as you can tell. I really like to wear silvers, silver jewelry, anything gunmetal. I like anything like that. But I really kind of like that I did something a little bit different for the palettes that I chose. I remember last year for holiday, I picked up a Pat McGrath palette, and this synergizes with it very, very well. I have it right here, actually. Again, don't mind the appearance. This palette is definitely very, very well loved when I use it, but it's kind of a wreck right now. Just give me 1 second. So this is the original Pat McGrath palette that I got. This is the Subversive palette. So yeah, as you can see, the palettes definitely do synergize very, very well with each other, ridiculously well with each other. And that's kind of why I like them a lot. As you can see, the colors are not, they will synergize very well, but they're not too similar. The golds, I like that there's a champagne. I don't know if that light's kind of blinding for you guys, but it's really fun. It's good to see them together. This one doesn't really have much of a transition shade, I would say, but what I really like about it is just kind of the fact that you do get a lot of versatility with this palette. I'm gonna do some swatches for you guys. Oof. Really love that color. Love that color a lot. Sorry, just trying to check if I'm in frame. I don't have a tripod just yet, so with the Glamcore mirror that I'm using, maybe I can put a link at the bottom for you guys, but yeah, it's very beautiful. I like that you get a nice little reflex of purple and a nice deep blue. Here's Metropolis, another fun color that I really do love in this palette. It's kind of like a really deep eggplant kind of wine color. It's really fun to work with. I'll do Enraptured next. I like the way that this gold is in this palette. Complements all the other colors beautifully, and I like that it's not too typical of a gold. I'm not really a gold person when it comes to my makeup. You really will very rarely see me use that color, but I I'm definitely a sucker for a good gold that doesn't read too warm. This is Deep Space. I really like it because I feel like it's hard to find like a good gray that's just not like too kind of ashy, if that's the word that I could use here. Just because I'm not really a fan of those. Very particular about the golds that I wear, honestly. So this is like the fun kind of champagne color from this palette. I like that it has kind of like a peachy undertone to it. It reminds me a lot of Charmy from Sugar Pill. Really definitely like that color a lot. And of course, Dark Matter. Don't mind the fact that it blended over the other gold, but it's a nice like pitch black. And it's actually kind of like a metallic black. It's hard to find something like that, but it's really interesting the fact that it is a metallic. I don't quite have enough hands, but I will compare them to some of the comparable colors in the Subversive palette. Personally speaking, I feel like it's a really good match to some of the original Dark Star colors, and I really like that it's kind of a play on the Subliminal palette, the first one that came out. I'm not really one, again, for like super cool colors, but I'm also not one for taupes. So as much as I like the blue that they had in that Subliminal palette, I just am really not one for taupes, so I didn't really go with that one. I'm definitely one more so for, as you can tell, my favorite color is purple hair, purple sweater, and surprisingly enough, these contacts are also purple. I got them from my trip to Korea a couple months ago, and I absolutely love them. I love them more than I thought that I would. They're not too natural. You definitely obviously can see them, but I just really like the change of like pace. It's really subtle. It's kind of like a pinky purpley color, and you can only tell like really close up. But yeah. But let me go back to comparing some of these shades. This is Blitz from the Subversive palette. I really like that. Of course, it's kind of like an actual duotone, kind of like blue, but you can tell like there's an obvious difference between the two. The black in this palette is like an actual true matte black. And there aren't too many other comparable colors. I would say the only color that's pretty close, I don't remember the name of it, sorry, but as you can tell, like it's definitely not as peachy as this one. So that's that palette. The next palette that I'm gonna do will not have enough swatching. Well, probably won't have any swatching, besides maybe like 5 choice colors, because of course I only have 10 hands. I don't have my makeup wipes over here, and I'm not really gonna, I don't want to like kill myself trying to do editing for my very first video, so don't mind me tripping over my words. I'm gonna get better at it. So what the palette that I'm really excited to show you guys, it actually just came in the mail today, is the Fetish Palette from Kat Von D. I'm really excited to use it. I feel like I haven't seen too many girls around my complexion using this palette, so I'm definitely very excited to share it with you guys. This is pretty much an unboxing video. It came in the mail today. Like I said, I definitely did take a look at it because I got super excited when it came. Like, why wouldn't you? But yeah, I'm gonna do it on screen for you guys. So of course you're gonna see this really cute embossed logo, definitely 3D. An ASMR moment for you. And it shows the color names on the back of the box. So if you're one of those people that's like, oh yeah, I have to know like the names of the colors. What I like about Kat Von D's palettes, especially her limited edition ones, like she definitely does make it a point to let you know, like, hey, the colors, girl, they got names. So yeah, if you turn it this way, you can see them. I like that, of course, true to the palette's name, they are all, oh, I got these glitter tones all over my black pants. Jeez. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. These are all going to be in the BDSM, like, fetish type of theme. So, you've got Safe Word, Dominatrix, Bondage, Naughty, S&M, Stiletto, Rubber, Fixation, Cuffs, La Petite Mort, Submissive, shibari, corset, latex, obsession, chastity, rope, sex, deviant, whip, suspicion, kink, blindfold, and nylon. So that's that. Let's get to opening the box. I really like the color scheme used because outside of purple being my favorite color, these are colors that I typically tend to wear every day. I wear a lot of black. And I wear a lot of like reds and burgundies and stuff. So once you take it out the package, this is the logo. I like it because it's actually embroidered on. Like, it's actually very, very pretty. Yeah, you get kind of like the nice feel. I love that it looks like a whip. You can see some of like my previous swatch just got on the packaging, but it's not the world's biggest deal. And of course, on the back of the packaging, once again, it reiterates, girl, these colors have names. I'll try to remember to use them in like any tutorials that I'm going to do in the future. And if you're wondering about what I'm currently wearing on top of my face, I'm currently actually wearing the blended out eyeshadow from Pat McGrath. I'm wearing Metropolis with a hint of Fenty Diamond Balm on my face. I will hopefully get a chance to do a video on that as well. Not the look itself, just because this was something I kind of just threw on. I had the palette in my bag. I already put the highlighter, of course, in my makeup bag too. So I just kind of tossed this on to get ready for work. And I'm also wearing the Diamond Milk lip gloss. I did originally get a Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick called I Quit. It's really funny, makes a really great nude for darker skinned girls, of course, but I'm just really not a nude lip kind of girl. Fenty definitely made me try it. It was really, really cute, but I just can't really rock with it, honestly. So anyway, before we get a little too off track, I want to show you guys the palette. So the inside, oh yes, honey, you get a huge, like this palette is huge. Like I would say it's probably as wide as both of my little hands put together. So you get like the little whip detail going around the mirror. Again, I don't want to blind you just because, yeah, there's a lot going on. It did not come with a little kind of like plastic cover. So if you're like one of those people, that's definitely like something to keep in mind, but I don't think it's a huge deterrent. So these are all the colors together. Gonna do a nice slow pan. When I first saw this palette online, I was like, okay, yeah, like whatever, but you need to see this in person. Like, first of all, I didn't know there were so many beautiful metallic shades. I like the fun selection of purples. Usually with Kat Von D's palettes, I've noticed that she tends to group them up by looks. So this could all be kind of like a neutral look. Reminds me of her Lolita palette. This could all be put together for like a fun kind of like greenish like look. With a pop of like the purple for color. These blues can all be paired together with the pop of yellow and copper, and of course chastity, and then of course all of these colors can be grouped together for a look, but of course they all synergize well. I don't think she would make a palette with colors that are like, whoa, this doesn't go, whoa, this doesn't go. Like, if you want to definitely take any creative liberties, you definitely can. There were some colors that definitely did stick out to me. If you're a sucker for like a good red, I would suggest, of course, using this with a white base, but Bondage is beautiful. Bondage is beautiful, but Bondage is a beautiful color. If you liked Love Plus from Sugar Pill, or like, and you just never can seem to get your hands on it, or you just can't seem to find anything else comparable, I definitely do like this. It's a little bit darker, but it's pretty much the same color family. There's a color right above it called Dominatrix. Reminds me of Asylum from Sugar Pill. So if you want these like as singles, you're not necessarily rocking with the whole palette, or you might not catch it once it's not available anymore. Those are some really good, really good colors to choose from. And it's so funny, like I've worked with so much Sugar Pill, like it's ridiculous. So this also reminds me of a Sugar Pill color, very close to Countess. I'm not sure if that color has been discontinued, but you know, always a good one. I am a sucker for a purple, and I did not prime my hand for any of these swatches. So what you're seeing is pretty much like true to color. If you're like one of those people that's like, oh, I don't really know how to use primer, or hey, I just want like something that's like for whatever reason you might not use a primer. This is how the color goes on with no primer. I, of course, always am an advocate for, hey, you should use some primer, sis. But, like, whatever, you know, to each their own. I'm not dictating how you put on your makeup. You're watching me. So another color that I definitely really loved from this palette was Latex. It's a really, really deep blue with sparkles. Again, this is like a whole Kat Von D video, but I'm actually realizing a lot of these palettes, a lot of these colors are comparable to other colors. So again, if you love certain shades from this palette, but you're like, I don't want this entire thing, or if you happen to miss out on it, I do know some dupes. Latex is very similar to Magpie from Sugar Pill, just so you know. And then I want to actually do one more color. This is Whip. This is very, very unique, but it reminds me of two colors. One's a lipstick, one is an eyeshadow. One you cannot find anymore. It was limited edition from MAC from, I want to say like 5, almost 6 years ago, called Firm Form. Not sure if you remember that. If you know where to find it, let me know. I loved that lip color. It was black with gold reflects, and I love it. Loved it. So sad that like one day at a party, it fell out of my pocket. Along with my debit card, and of course I was able to get my debit card back. Not the lipstick. So sad. But yeah, there are other fun colors in here, of course, but I don't want to ruin it for you. Oh, and the other eyeshadow that I was going to compare it to is Stella by Sugar Pill. Of course, more Sugar Pill. Why not? I used to have a lot of Sugar Pill colors before I moved, and then of course like I just kind of lost things and what have you. But that is pretty much my little Xmas Sephora haul. I had a fun Christmas. I had a fun holiday. I hope that you guys did too. I just wanted to share these with you, and of course going forward I'm gonna do more looks, duh. So let me know any of your comments down below, any suggestions, and just subscribe. You're gonna love me if you don't already. So just subscribe, and I can't wait for you to see more videos.